Yeah, and we are
But
live now.
I just so bright from
No,
behind.
it's too bright. It's too bright. Maybe you could take it up.
Yeah.
You could take it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I
This
think.
this is nice.
What about the audio quality?
It's clear. It's clear. I can hear you
Uh,
loud and clear. Can you hear me?
all right. Very well. Very well. Very well.
Oh, I'm super excited for this one today. This one is special for me. Uh, uh, uh you are family basically. So I've known you for years. Like this is exciting, And most times outside social media, we have several conversations that are very intellectual, mind pricking, and it's always interesting to get your views on certain issues.
Yes.
How are you doing? Basically, how are you doing? How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm really fine. Thank you. I'm good, as you can see.
The new year, and hope you're hitting your goals. I know you don't have New Year resolutions. We just don't. We don't do those stuff. We just
Yeah.
we just leave. We just leave. Didi
All right.
Sticks, good to have you here. Good morning. Good morning, Didi Sticks. All right. Today's conversation is basically centered around leveraging the internet, and especially in 2026. It's the year where everything is basically online. All the resources you need, all the jobs, lots of money online. Everything is just lots of things are internet based now, and as young people, it's important that we leverage on all these things. So basically, leveraging for our viewers, leveraging just simply entails you um doing things that require less effort, less spending, and
Mhm.
more results. You get, so
All
it's
right.
like comparative cost advantage, if you will. So that's basically what we'll dive into today as regarding AI, as regarding tech, as regarding the internet.
Mm.
Uh, I like to ask you this. We've seen like major shifts on how we use the web over the past years, how we use the internet. Like, it has changed. There was a time we were just chatting on the internet. There was a time we were browsing. Remember Cifad.ru,
Yeah, sure.
Waptrick.
Web three.
So there was a time we were just playing games.
Other.
Where yeah, downloading musics and all that, and
Yeah.
gradually it have shift into something crazy. Now we don't even Google answers anymore. We just ask AI and all that. So I want to ask you, what's like the biggest difference between leveraging the internet in 2026 now and how it used to be done in, let's say, 2014?
Okay. Thank you very much. First of all, it's really a big privilege to be here. I This is important for not just uh, not a random topic. Is something everyone should really be part of. Well, talking about the major difference between how the internet is being used now and how it was used many years ago, I would say that access is, more common in our time, but one thing people were not really doing is they are not really leveraging on the internet. Okay, so the major difference is there are more people. Back then we had lots of people using the internet, but now we have more. Okay, so people no longer just internet to browse or to do whatever. Now people are part of the internet. People are creating than before. So that's one significant thing. I mean, even a 15-year-old, 11, 9, 8, they are now creating and they're now using the internet. So that's one of the major um, difference I can point out from, being a consumer to being a creator.
Right, right. Yeah, thank you so much for that, bro. As regards leveraging on the internet, everybody now is on the internet, and we use it a lot. So it leaves me wondering sometimes, is there still room for like the traditional or old school way of doing things? Is there still room for making impact without internet?
Absolutely. There is a lot of room for making an impact without the internet, but that's relative in our time because we cannot deny the time that we live in right now. Before I even go more into that, I want people to understand in very simple terms. I'm going to use a visual example to explain this. What
Okay.
I am right now is a medic from the doctor. Okay, when I take it off, my vision is not as clear as it is right now. So I am leveraging on this glasses to see better. I am leveraging on it to have a better vision, less headache and all of that. So in terms of leveraging the internet, it means using it like you rightly said in a smart way to get more results. Okay? So if you have the internet and you use it to solve problems and you earn from the internet, you grow by means of the internet, learn from the internet. That is digital leveraging. So there is still room to make an impact without the internet. But like I said, it is very relative. I would explain with a recent situation that took place in our time. Just recently, when I just visited Nigeria, right?
Right.
A lot of creators come out with so many videos. They say that they are disappointed in, you know, the whole thing, how our creators, you know, put our image in the wrong light. But then I sat down and I asked myself a question. If you were angry that the other people, Pella, and I don't want to mention names and names, they didn't meet up to expectations.
The ones
How
that are strong and
you?
healthy.
Yeah. So we're disappointed that they use the internet the wrong way, that the influence is on the. What about you who have your phone as they do? What are you doing with your phone? So that's
Right.
what brings me to this common sense. Almost everyone has a smartphone. Almost everyone has data. Everyone is on WhatsApp, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Access. Everyone has access in our time, right? But how many people are willing to leverage on that access? Access means you can enter the internet. Leveraging means that the internet works for you and it works for you in so many ways. And I think before the end of this discussion, we are not going to narrow our discussion to money. I mean, physical cash that you can get
Yeah.
from. We're going to talk about
Monetization.
yeah, we're going to talk about so many impacts and so many other benefits from using the internet. Yeah, so you can really make an impact, but in our world today, without the internet, your impact is going to be relatively not noticed. All right, and you cannot really make mad impact that you want to make in our time without the internet.
Right, right, right. You mentioned about talking about ISO speed when it was in Nigeria and all that happened. The truth is, we have lots of smart people who are reserved. So we complain about this podcast where they just talk rubbish and all that. But you are smart. Why are you not doing a podcast? I was talking to someone like you know a lot. So why are you not putting yourself out there? It's either you complain and do nothing, or you put out your own quality content for
Yeah,
people to consume. So there's no excuse. You can't complain and hope it solves anything. You also have to jump on it and drop your own 2 cents.
sure. That's absolutely right. And that's what I said before now, but in a lighter note. You cannot complain about the situation of things and yet you're not willing to change it, all right? Growing up, I belonged to an organization that they believe that you should not be part of this, you should not do this thing. Yet they are always complaining about the condition of things. And
Yeah.
as I got older, I kept on asking myself, this set of people, they are not satisfied with what's going on. They say you should not do this, you should not do that, right? Take it or leave it. And I'll tell you this hard truth. attention is one of the new currency in our time. All right.
Yeah.
Land is currency or was currency. Gold is a form of currency, right? But in 2026, attention means where the eyes go, okay? Where the mind goes and where time goes. If you don't like Giga's content, there is nothing you can do about it except you make contents to, you know, what's the word? To destroy whatever thing or information ideology he's trying to push out there. Okay. There is a guy I know on TikTok, Ajibola Godwin, right? That guy logically, he takes other people's contents and his job is to break it down and look at it from the logical standpoint, right?
Right.
So if we are not ready to put ourselves out there to understand that attention is sweet and at the same time very costly, because whatever people see, whatever people hear, whatever people feel, that's what they're going to do. And someone watching right now might want to say, but everyone must not be a content creator. We're not narrowing down this discussion to content creation because there are so many forms of content. If you don't want your face to be seen, why are you not putting out all your contents or all your podcasts to, push out a narrative? Okay, if you cannot talk, why can you not write books or ebooks, whatever form, to change the narrative? Okay, if you cannot do that, why can you not write stories for film or movie industries to push out? So there is no excuse. You are either in or out. You're either making an impact or doing nothing at all.
Okay, so I think our host is no longer here because of maybe network or something. All right, so I don't know if this is still live. Okay, let me give him a call very quick. So it's one of those things when we are in the country, you know. Yo, brother. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Set his back.